So here's another free response. This looks like it's going to be geometric questions. So they give you a region and they're going to ask you a series of questions. Here are the questions: tangent line, area, and a volume. So that's pretty typical. Let's start with that. The equation of the line tangent to the graph of f at x equals 1/2. So that's very simple. I'm not even going to worry about the graph yet. I'm just going to write down what the equation to any graph of f at x equals 1/2 is. It would be y minus f of 1/2 equals f prime of 1/2 times x minus 1/2. So let's see what they have. Here's f right here. F of x is 8x to the 1/3. So we have y minus 8 times 1/2 to the 1/3. To the third equals f prime of 1/2. Well, f prime of x is 24x squared. So f prime of 1/2 is 24 times 1/2 squared. And then x minus 1/2. That's the equation of the tangent line. You don't have to simplify. I would bring this 8 times 1/2 to the third over to the other side. You don't have to simplify it. It looks like it's pretty easy, so let's just quickly do that. That'd be y minus 8 times 1/8 equals 24 times 1/4. Again, you don't have to do this. But there's my final answer. I missed something. That's 1/2. See, that's the danger of what I just did. So, but it's 6 times x minus 1/2 plus 1. 6 times x. I'm just going to write it a little bit neater. That's what the answer is going to look like. But again, this should be okay. So that was an easy one. Let's look at B. Area. Super easy. So the area of R would be, and this is a non-calculator question, so just be careful here, is the top graph minus the bottom graph, and the integral from, I'm doing it with respect to x, so from here to here. So it's the integral of the top graph is the sine graph. You can tell, you know what the sine looks like. The bottom graph is that polynomial graph. And we're going from 0 to this value of x 1/2. Now, this one we're going to have to integrate because we are going to have to get a numerical answer. So the integral of sine of pi x is 1 over pi, because it's pi x. You can use u substitution if you want. The integral of sine is negative cosine, so negative 1 over pi cosine pi x. And then the integral of negative 8x cubed is 8x to the 4th over 4, so minus 2x to the 4th. And we're going to evaluate that from 0 to 1/2. So I have negative 1 over pi, I'm plugging in my 1/2 now, times cosine of pi over 2, which is 0, minus 2 times 1/2 to the 4th, and all that minus whatever you get when you plug in 0. So negative 1 over pi times the cosine of 0, which is 1, and then minus 0. So that's it. I'm done. I'm not gonna do any more, but we do know what the cosine of pi over 2 is, and we do know what the cosine of 0 is. So I would keep it like this, but just because we know it, cosine of that's 0. This would be negative 2 over 16, so negative 1 over 8. And then cosine of 0 is 1, so plus 1 over pi. I would not do that, though. Again, keep it as the last line in the red. It's safer. Oops, I just said 1 over pi and I put a 4. See, again, there we go. It's just that something really dumb that I could have avoided. All right, so that was B. And finally, C. Whoa. Write but do not evaluate. I like that. An integral expression for the volume when you revolve this thing around y equals 1. So y equals 1 is right here. It's an AP exam. Oops. So I know I'm going to be able to use the washer. So I'm going to draw my rectangle perpendicular to the axis. I know big R of x is from here to here. Little r of x is right there. I know I'm with respect to x, and I do know my limits would be 0 to 1/2. So we're good. I'll write it right here. It would be pi times the integral from 0 to 1/2. Big R of x, which you're seeing right here. Top, which is y equals 1, minus bottom. The bottom is on this graph, which is y equals, I lost it, which is y equals 8x cubed. So big R of x is 1 minus 8x cubed. You have to square that. And then minus little r of x, which is right here. Top is 1. Minus the bottom is on this graph, which is the sine graph. So minus sine of pi x, you have to square that with respect to x. So there you go. And so that was a pretty simple question. Just be careful with your calculations and don't do too much. That's it.